is the most interesting man in the world.
I don't always drink beer, but when I do...
Yes, I don't always drink beer, but when I do, it's with a scientist.
Somehow I doubt that. But thanks to a monthly U of L program, beer really can make you more interesting. We always knew beer went well with pizza, but we're learning that beer goes well with science too.
Indeed, and why not? Author Ray Bradbury said, "Beer's intellectual. What a shame so many idiots drink it."
And what is the segue to this man?
U of L's monthly Beer with a Scientist program.
This
and
is just
Against the
gone
Grain
downhill.
could change all this. Mark Hebert joins us. I love all these quotes.
It had such promise, right? It really does.
So now I got to talk
I'm
about
one of
this
the
after all
idiots.
that?
But this is how the pairing of this. Explain it.
What it is some of the most interesting work that's being done by U of L researchers is available to the public. And the way to do that is we're having these Beer with a Scientist nights down at Against the Grain Brewery down at Slugger Field. And you just show up, you have beer, you have dinner, and while you're doing that, about 200 people have been showing up for these things. You hear from a U of L scientist about their work, and it's really, really cool. So here's some video from one earlier this year.
It's a big midweek crowd at Against the Grain Brewery at Slugger Field. Only these folks are here for more than just a cold beer, burger, and atmosphere.
So why do we study whales? Well, there's a lot of good reasons. I've put 4 up here as sort of our 4 main ones. First, for human health, they represent us in the oceans. They're our closest living relative in the ocean, so what happens to them is probably eventually going to happen to us.
John Pierce Wise is a University of Louisville researcher, the latest to place center stage at the Beer with a Scientist program, the brainchild of another U of L researcher who saw something similar in New York City and wondered, could it be popular in Louisville?
How can I get really cool research and information to the public and in a way that's informal, that will be accepted? So I just wanted to be able to provide a venue where normal people could come in off the street, have questions, and have access to a real scientist.
For more than 2 years now, researchers have been mixing science with Pilsners. On this night, Wise is showing off some cool pictures and videos of his missions and talking about his research on whales who have been exposed to oil spills and other pollutants. He passes around an arrow his team would shoot into a whale in order to get a biopsy and a reading on the level of cancer-causing chromium in the whale's system.
Whales are resistant to cancer, so maybe there's less of a risk, but they're certainly getting exposures that would cause cancer in people.
The crowd for Beer with a Scientist is a mixed bag, from scientists to young adults looking for a social hour with a little food for the brain.
I like the gathering because my friends come together and then we spend some time listening to somebody that knows more than we do. It's nice.
It's been something that's been pretty special. The public has really embraced it, and it's something that we want to continue to do as long as there's interest.
And the simple answer is yes. I was down there for that, and they do talk in terms that they can understand. Some of U of L's best researchers are doing it the Against the Grain Beer with a Scientist things.
Yeah,
so
that really
cool.
does look interesting.
It is.
Just those beautiful pictures
Oh,
with
I
that
know.
one man.
Yeah, you want to go on excursion with them, don't you?
I
do the
do.
research out in the
I
ocean.
saw
Yeah.
that.
Every time I go to the doctor, they shoot an arrow into me just to get a biopsy.
And tell us that there are more coming up
Right,
here.
they come up every month. The next one's at 8 o'clock on September 14th, Beer with a Scientist, and it is Andrea Behrman, who is working with pediatric little kids who have severed their spinal cords, doing that spinal cord injury work with them and trying to get them to walk again and to be mobile again. What she has found in her research is that the spinal cord has a memory and can remember how to do things, and so they put the kids on the trainer, and it's unbelievable. It's just unbelievable, and so it'd be worth going September 14th to the next Beer with a Scientist and hear from Andrea Behrman. It is a great idea.
Just to get the word out of everything that you guys are doing.
Yep, and a laid-back setting. It's really
I know,
cool.
where you don't feel like you're in a classroom and give me hives all over again.
One more note, U of L was named a cool school by the Sierra Club again this year for the 8th straight year, which means we foster good environmental stewardship and those kinds of things at the university. So big honor for us.
Lamar Jackson was named Walter Camp National Player of the Week.
National Player of the Week or Offensive Player of the Week?
Oh, I thought it was National Player of the
You
Week.
may be right.
I heard it this morning.
You could be.
Well,
whatever. Lamar was awesome. That's for sure.
That was the point.
That's right.
Hey, U of L Today with Mark Hebert airs Mondays and Tuesdays on 93.9 FM on Metro TV Monday through Friday, and Thursdays at 5 on KET. I thought it was offensive too, Myers.
Yeah, okay, well. Good
Terry's offensive.
Good for Lamarvelous.
No, he's offensive.
Find out whatever you want about U of L online at louisville.edu. I pride myself on being offensive. Player of the Week.
U of L Today with Mark Hebert on Great Day Live is sponsored by the University of Louisville.